Hello, Taurus. Welcome in, welcome back, welcome to my channel. I'm Lisa, and this is North Star Energy Healing. This reading will be posted on Friday, July 24th. I'm posting all my readings at 5 p.m. on Fridays for the upcoming week. But if it's a different date and the title caught your eye, I'm sure there's a message here for you. Okay. So I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for the likes, views, and comments. I really appreciate it. I'm only 15 away from 900 subscribers, and I couldn't do any of this without you viewers. If you haven't subscribed, please consider it. It will really help my channel to grow. This upcoming week, we have a full buck moon in Aquarius on Wednesday, the 29th. This sometimes is called the midsummer moon, the hot moon, the thunder moon. But this moon is going to push people toward more independence, social connection, and forward thinking. You may be thinking about or feeling like you want to make some sort of big change, like quitting a job, leaving a relationship, moving to another country, some sort of real big independence feeling like I don't want to be in this situation anymore. But make sure that you are really considering all of the consequences, I guess, of deciding to do something like that, right? So the other thing, Aquarius is a very logical, analytical sign. So you may be leaning more towards the logical thinking and away from the heart-based thinking. And we've had a lot of signs with messages about remembering to balance the logical and the emotional, right? So be thinking about that. Don't do anything too rash. Just stay grounded, right? Focused. Okay. We're going to be using the Starry Beginnings Oracle by Cassie White to open the reading. We're going to be using the Celestial Tarot for the tarot portion because there is a moon phase in this upcoming week. And then we're going to close out the reading with Divine Doors Oracle cards. All right. Number 25, breathe love into your life. Remind yourself to breathe. This is 25, which is a 7. 7's a reflection, right? Are you feeling too anxious about something, Tauruses, right? Are you holding your breath and being anxious? Remind yourself to breathe. And breathe love into your life. Love yourself, right? Love those around you. Show that you are a loving person. Now, I think you are the 4th sign to get an oracle card from the Starry Beginnings that has to do with love. So I feel like Spirit is reminding us not to be over analytical, not to be overthinkers, right? That we always need to be heart-based in our decisions, in our dealings with other people. Okay, let's face the camera down and see what the tarot has to add. Okay, so yeah, being a little bit, remembering to be a little bit more heart-based or stay heart-based, not to get pulled into the logical and analytical decision-making. Not 100%, right? We need to stay balanced when we make decisions. And I just said this in the last one because they had a similar oracle card, is that we need to be balanced, right? Some people say you shouldn't make decisions emotionally. I say it takes logic and emotion to make a good decision. That's just me personally saying that's right. All right. I hope you're all doing well. I hope the weather is fine wherever you are. I would love to know where you're watching from, my beautiful Taurians. All right, let's see. What is the message building on the breathe love into your life? 3 of Swords. Okay, yeah. That could be some sort of misunderstanding. The 3 of Swords are communication, their thoughts, words, conversations, text messages, emails, you know, all of that, DMs, anything. There's so many ways to communicate these days, right? So, yeah, 3s are creation and collaboration. 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so we're starting out with miscommunication and a feeling of lack. or what you don't have possibly. Justice, fairness, right? Everybody gets the same amount. Everything is fair. That's Libra energy. Libras want everybody to be happy and everybody to feel equal. Justice is also number 11. That's a master number. Okay, let's see. This deck does have a much softer depiction of some of the, what I would say, more challenging cards in other decks. I don't know, the way the imagery is on this deck is a little different, and you'll see that when I hold those cards up. Okay, Spirit, what are the other tarot cards we have for the beautiful Taurus? Okay, jeepers creepers. The Hierophant, that's your energy, Taurus. Ace of Swords, truth. Sword of truth right there. All right. So when you're, whenever the tarot card that is the symbol for, oh my gosh, another sign with an extra card, a bonus card. That just means listen up, right? Listen up. Bonus card is the Two of Wands. Okay, let's see what we have here. Let's see what this message is. Building on breathe love into your life. And remind yourself to breathe. Don't be in anxiety. Don't hold your breath. So the Three of Swords. So in this deck, it shows this kind of gemstone heart with a bright light in there. These swords are not quite reaching the bright light. This is right on the tip of it. Don't let negative thoughts or words in, right? Stay in love, right? Stay in the emotion of love. Come from a heart-based love position. If somebody is saying negative things, that's what I'm feeling like. I'm feeling like your feelings get hurt because somebody says something, sends you some sort of message, or somebody says, I heard so-and-so say this. Something hurts your feelings. That's what I'm feeling for this card in this reading now. Hurt feelings. Okay? Sometimes when people lash out, it's because they're unhappy. So sometimes we have to remember it's not about us, it's about them. Okay? So keep that in mind. Five of Pentacles. This is typically shows somebody outside a church and they are holding their hands up. In this deck, it's showing the pentacles just out of reach. So they're sitting here and they're planning, okay, how can we get that? How do we get there? How do we pull those down? Right? It's not as negative as it is in some of the other decks. Fives are change. Pentacles are what you have in the material. So you could be striving and working with others, right, to get to some sort of physical thing. Maybe buying a house, buying a car, moving home, moving to a different area, a new job, saving money for something, or having enough money for something. So in this case, planning is needed. How do you get here, right? So you need to plan something. You may need to change the way that you're looking at it. Whatever that goal is that you're trying to reach, because fives are change, you may have to take a different way of doing it. Then you have justice. Number 11, Libra. We already talked about how this card, the Libra energy, is that of fairness and balance, okay? So you may feel like this situation has been unfair to you. You may feel like, well, why can't I get there? Why can't I get enough money or get to this where I can buy a house or get a new car or some of those things? You may be letting some grief or anger seep in, and you don't want to do that, okay, Taurus? You want to stay balanced, right? Stay in your heart space. You can figure this out. Whatever this is that you need to get to, whatever that goal is for you, and it's going to be different for everyone, you can get there. But you don't want to be unfair to yourself or others as you're trying to reach that goal. For some reason, I don't know, somebody needs to hear that. And then here's your card. Also a number 5. This is you, the Hierophant. I love how this is depicted in this deck with him sitting here He is between two pillars, beginnings, endings, yes, no, something like that, right? And balance, the two pillars. He's balancing his arm on either one of those. He is teaching these people down here, and they are intently listening, right? But this represents you, Taurus. So we're going to leave it there. This is you. Next card is the Ace of Swords. This is the sword of truth. Aces are always new opportunity. Swords has to do with words, thoughts, communication, right? And we were talking about that Three of Swords with some hurt feelings. The truth of the matter is people can't hurt your feelings unless you let them. Yeah, sometimes people say something and we get emotional about it, but then when we really think about the situation, who's saying it? Why are they saying it? What are they gaining from saying it? Then we can kind of dispel that, right? We don't need to pay attention to it. We can send the person love. You could have some sort of new opportunity, new way of seeing things, because this is the hanging man, right? And this person is hanging down through a portal, really, it looks like, right? Seeing things differently, getting a different perspective on things. So with this hurt feelings card and with this getting to your goal, maybe you need to see it a little bit differently. Change how you're doing it, right? You may have to change how you're going about this situation. If it's a situation of communication, then you're going to figure out how to react, or maybe you just don't react at all. Maybe you just brush it off, right? If it's a situation of how you're getting to an end goal, you may need to see a different path forward, okay? This card also represents you being perfectly comfortable with who you are, my beautiful Tauruses. Being perfectly comfortable with who you are. Your bonus card that came out with the Hanging Man is the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is a clear choice, making a clear choice. What is your choice? Which path are you going to take forward? Wands are action and passion. When you take action, which way are you going? Okay. Are you going to have the path of love or the path of logic, which that full moon is pulling you toward, right? Which path will you take? I think you need to breathe, let anxiety go, and breathe love into your life and the situation, right? Maybe meditate on it, talk to your guides, listen to your gut feelings. Yeah, just looking, seeing if Spirit has anything else to say. Yeah, really important that miscommunication doesn't bring you down, right? You can get past it. The Five of Pentacles, changing the way that you're doing something to get to your goal. Justice, making sure that you're fair. Even if somebody else isn't, you remain balanced and fair. This is your reading. This is you. Ace of Swords, new beginning, new opportunity in total truth, right? Accepting yourself as you are, loving yourself as you are, seeing something in a different perspective so you can make a choice of which path you're going to take to get to your goal. Woo, that was a mouthful. Okay, my beautiful Taurians, from the Divine Doors deck, look at that. It's a path. We were just talking about that. Spirit was talking about that through me. Which path do you take, right? Here, there's a clear path to that big, beautiful tree underneath this stone arch. Begin here. Do not fear what travel brings, my dear. The moment is yours. Begin now here. So this is reminding you that you can start from anywhere, right? You can start with a new opportunity from right where you are. You can choose the path you want to take from right where you are now. You don't have to look back at other things that you've done to make the right choice on which path you're going to choose, right? That looks like a beautiful path to me. So you can begin where you are. Always, always, always. We can always start anew, start fresh, right? And coming from a place of love and loving yourself. Woo, Taurus. Okay, well, I hope that this is a great week for you. Whatever it is, stand strong, be fair, right? Don't come at something out of anger, but be in love with it, right? Stand in love, stand in kindness and caring. All right, well, peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.